Hi, hello, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Monsi and I have gathered you all here today to bear witness to my very first time with my TBR prompt jar. Yes, it is she in the flesh. I made this in another video. It's a jar / a planter that I've picked out, and I wrote down 50 different bookish prompts on slips of paper and put them in here. If you want to know what prompts are in this jar, you can go watch that video. So you've probably seen other videos like this where people have a jar and they select a certain number of prompts out of their jar, and those prompts will match to books off of their physical TBR shelf or like their TBR cart, and then that creates their monthly TBR for what they're going to read for that next month. I have decided that monthly TBRs are not for me, so I made this TBR prompt jar mostly to help me decide what to read when I needed some inspiration for like vlogs and whatnot. And today in particular, I am going to be going to the library to return a book that I've checked out, and I'd like to come out of the library with some newly checked out books, but I don't really know what I want to check out. So I'm using this jar for a little bit of assistance. So here's the plan. I am going to select 5 prompts from this jar. One of them I would like to come from my physical TBR, and then the other 4 I would like to get from the library. And then in the future, 2 or 3 of the books from this video will be featured in a reading vlog. I don't know what kind of reading vlog, maybe just like a realistic week in my life kind of reading vlog, but that's kind of what we're working with here, okay? I am really excited. I think these videos are so fun, and I have just been itching to use this. Like, I love the mystery and the thrill of picking out a prompt and not knowing what it's gonna be, but I also really like the scavenger hunt aspect of matching a book to the prompt. So I think this is just gonna be a really, really good time, and I hope you enjoy this video. All right, I'm ready to pick my first prompt. And I'm gonna try to focus it and show you all, but I don't know if that's gonna work. I'm gonna show you first. Oh my gosh, okay, that didn't work. I'm just gonna read it. My most recently purchased book. I'm not thrilled with this one actually. So I guess this is gonna be the prompt where I choose from my physical bookshelf because I can't get this at the library, right? Okay, so my most recently purchased book was purchased at a thrift store, and I got 3 books at once, so let me get those. Okay, so our contenders for this prompt are The House of Spirits, The Road, and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And I think I'm gonna go with The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. After we went to this thrift store, my boyfriend immediately reread this and then bought the 2nd and 3rd books immediately and read those, and he has been pestering me about reading this. So he's gonna be really, really happy to find out that this is gonna be one of my 5 picks for this video. Okay, so the next 4 picks from this jar need to be books that I can get from the library, so wish me luck. Book by a Black author. Okay, this isn't gonna focus, you're just gonna have to trust me, but book by a Black author, that is our second prompt. We love. Then we have a Goodreads winner or nominee, like a Goodreads Choice Awards winner. So I'm gonna have to review the winners from 2023. Okay, next up we have a 5-word title. Nope, you can't see it. Okay, 5-word title. That gives me a lot of wiggle room, I think. Okay, our 4th prompt is read a sci-fi. Oh gosh. Read a sci-fi. Wait, I'm sorry, I said that was my fourth one. That was my fifth one. Okay, so what we have is my most recently purchased book, which is going to be The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, a book by a Black author, a Goodreads Choice Awards winner or nominee, 5-word title, and then a sci-fi book. Okay, this is interesting. I'm going to go to the library now and maybe do a little research beforehand to see like what books by Black authors are on my TBR and that sort of thing. I'm excited. I'm excited to scavenge a little, and I hope you are too. Let's go. Hi, we're in my car. I've just left the library and I'm filming here because it is kind of rainy and gloomy outside and the lighting in my apartment sucks, whereas the lighting in my car is 360. So this is what we're working with. If you hear cars go by, I apologize. But yes, I am out of the library now. And we have books that match each of our prompts, but I will say, I did take some liberties. I absolutely did. I did not stick to the plan, okay? I did not stick to the plan. We're here to have a good time, not a serious one, everyone, okay? So it's not a big deal. I'm still gonna have 5 books to work with. I just didn't do it exactly as I said I was going to do it. Let me just get into the prompts. So the first one we had was a book by a Black author, and I'm really, really excited about what I ended up choosing, and that is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. Not only is this a book by a Black author, but this is a romance book, so it's about Black love. And I just thought that that was like the most fitting thing for it being February. February is the month of love and it's Black History Month, so let's read a Black romance, you know what I mean? I really, really, really want to get to this one first, just so that I actually read it in the month of February, because I think it's so perfect. But yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about this one. I don't really know that much of the details. I know that it's a second chance romance, I think. But other than that, I'm going in blind, which is kind of how I prefer it. And I am pumped. For my 5-word title prompt, I decided to pick a book by another Black author, The Death of Vivek Oji by Okwege Emezi. I truly know nothing about this book other than it's gonna really, really stir my emotions. That's what I hear when anyone reads it, is that it's just like really, really emotionally impactful. It is pretty short. It's like 250 pages or less. And some of these blurbs just say dazzling, powerful, remarkable, daring. And I want to read it. And it fits The Death of Vivek Oji. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 word title. There we go. Now we're talking. So that's what I got for that prompt. Here's where I veered away from the plan. I went left. I didn't go south, I went left, okay? The next prompt was, what was the next prompt? It was a Goodreads winner or nominee. So like a Goodreads Choice Award winner or nominee. And in my mind, I was thinking that it had to be a 2023 winner or nominee, but in hindsight I didn't specify that on this paper, so I should have thought more about this. Regardless, when I looked at the list of nominees and winners and then I looked to see if my library had them, my library didn't have any of them available immediately. not a 1, which makes sense because of course everyone is gravitating towards those books right now after those awards have been, you know, released or whatever. So I was just like, oh my gosh, I really screwed myself on this one until I realized that I own one of the nominees, and that is The Celebrants. I don't remember the author's name, but it's going to be right here. That book is actually on my physical TBR, so I'm kind of excited to pick this one for the prompt, because even though The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is on my physical bookshelf, it's technically not on my physical TBR because I just bought it. Like, I just bought it a month ago, so it wasn't one that had high priority in terms of needing to read it quickly, whereas I really want to get through my physical TBR, or like the books that I've owned for a long time. I want to get to those first. So that's like actually what I intended when I said that I was going to have one book from my physical bookshelf. And now I have one from my actual physical TBR because I'm going to let The Celebrants count towards this prompt. Again, I kind of forget what this one's about, and I'd need to look it up to tell you, but you know, you'll probably hear me talk about it in a wrap up, so you'll figure out then what it's about, unless you've already read it. Okay, and then the last prompt was a sci-fi book. And here's the thing. I have really been wanting to get into more sci-fi lately. I've read like 2 or 3 sci-fi books in the last year and really enjoyed all of them. But I don't know about a lot of sci-fi books, so I'm not familiar with them. I don't have a ton on my want to read list on Goodreads. I don't own any except for Dune. So I kind of had a hard time even figuring out what I wanted to look for at the library. But there was one book in particular that I've been hearing about recently that I really want to read, and that book is called I Who Have Never Known Men. So it looks like I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman was originally published in 1995, but it's for some reason recently become popularized 20 plus years later. And so I don't even remember where I heard about this, but it was definitely on BookTube or Bookstagram or something like that, and it really piqued my interest. It is classified as sci-fi. It's really short. The premise of the book is something like there is a group of women who live in a bunker underneath the ground, and they are guarded 24/7 by men above ground, and then one day those men just disappear, and then the novel kind of goes from there. I don't really know. I don't really know what it's about, but I really want to read it. And so I looked it up at the library, and they did not have the physical copy, but they did have the ebook. It was available immediately. And so I snagged it on ebook, and that is what I'm going to count towards my final prompt for a sci-fi book. And I hope you're okay with that. I hope you're okay with the fact that I technically only got 2 physical books from the library, and then I have 2 books that are coming off my bookshelf, and then 1 book that's an ebook. Because again, I'm just trying to have fun with this. I know I said I was gonna get 4 books from the library, but it just didn't work out that way, and we need to be flexible, okay? Flexibility is key. I'm really excited. Honestly, I haven't had a single 5-star read in 2024, but I really feel like one of these books that I picked today is going to be a 5-star read, and I just hope I'm right, and I can't wait. I really can't wait. This was super fun. If you are a content creator and you haven't made a TBR jar, I highly recommend it. It's just a hoot. It's a good time, you know? Anyway, I'm going to go inside to the grocery store and get some bits and bobs for dinner. So I've got to go, but thank you so much for watching if you watched this whole video, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, and also, if you've read any of these books and you rated it 5 stars, please let me know, because that's going to get me extra amped to read them. Coming to you in a vlog soon. Bye.